Today is a huge day in Nikon's history. The company has launched 2 new cameras, and these are full-frame mirrorless cameras in the form of the Z7 and also the Z6. I'm joined here by Tim from Nikon. He's just going to tell us a little bit more about these brand new mirrorless cameras. So Tim, a huge day for Nikon. Tell us a little bit more.
Sure, absolutely. We've been looking forward to this day for a long time. We can finally get to talk about our new Z system mirrorless cameras. But it's not just about the cameras. So what we have here is our new Z mount. As you can see, much bigger than a DSLR mount. And with the Z mount and our short flange distance, what we've managed to do is basically deliver next generation optical performance in a small compact package.
So you're releasing 2 models, the Z7 and also the Z6. Can you just tell us the differences between these 2 cameras?
Sure. The Z7 is very much a high resolution model. So 45.7 megapixels, shoots up to 9 frames a second, ISO range similar to the D850, 64 to 25,600, and has 493 phase detect autofocus points.
And what about the Z6 that just sits a little bit below the Z7 but has the same form factor?
Absolutely. Apart from the badge, they're identical from a form factor point of view, but the Z6 is more of an all-round model. So 24.5 megapixels, shoots up to 12 frames a second, ISO range 100 to 51,200, and then 273 autofocus points.
A lot of kind of loyal Nikon users will be looking at this with great interest. Can you tell us about Nikon users who may already own a DSLR and are looking at this and how they can use their existing lenses?
Sure. Well, what we have is we are expecting a lot of the customers to be existing DSLR users. So we have our FTZ mount adapter. This will allow 93 f-mount lenses to work seamlessly with the Z series, and it's partially compatible with up to 360 f-mount lenses. So what that means is people can buy into the new system with the confidence that all of their lenses will still work.
Excellent. And on the subject of lenses, the system is going to arrive with 3 lenses. Can you tell us a little bit more about those and also the direction that the lenses are taking?
Yeah, sure. So our Z mount lenses that are designed specifically for this new generation, we've got a 50mm 1.8, we've got 35mm 1.8, and the very capable 24 to 70 f4 constant f4 zoom. That's going to be our kit lens basically. And what all of these will do, these will get the best out of our full frame sensors together with the new mount, and they've been designed to deliver the next generation optical performance.
Rather interestingly as well, at the same time as announcing this new system, you've also announced that there's going to be a very fast prime coming in the not too distant future. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. We're also announcing that we're developing a 55mm f/0.95 knocked lens that's going to be outstanding and is going to go down as one of the legendary Nikon lenses of all time. We're pretty confident about that.
There's so much on these cameras to talk about. It's so difficult for us to talk about everything. But can you tell us some of your favourite features on this camera that we're looking at here, the Z7? What's your favourite features?
Sure. I mean, ultimately, the image quality is amazing. It delivers better image quality than D850 with the Z mount lenses. For me as well, from the ergonomics, it feels just like a Nikon. How we interact with the camera in terms of the touchscreen and this lovely OLED top plate on the top. It's a great way to interact with the camera, and some of the video features that we've built in. So the phase detect autofocus is brand new for this. It gives you great performance during video.
Also at the side of the camera we've got XQD. Tell us a little bit more about that, and it's just a single slot at the side.
Yeah, so the card takes a single XQD, but it's also future compatible. So with a firmware upgrade, the Z series will be fully compatible with the new CF Express format that we think will be the next generation in terms of memory cards.
I guess a question a lot of Nikon users will ask is, why has it only got one media slot at the side?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a valid question. So for us, it was really important that we had to have a fast memory card to enable the camera to write and read at high amounts of data. So it had to be XQD. And in a compact body like this, we really could only fit one XQD card in. So that's how we've ended up with this solution.
Just touching on that viewfinder and the screen, obviously we've got the touch screen, but the viewfinder, just from my personal experience, is sensational.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about it and just how that's come about?
Yeah, it was the one thing that we had to get right to enable our DSLR users to adopt the system. So they put a huge amount of effort into making a high resolution screen with a great refresh rate, but there's also some Nikon optics all built into the package, which means that the EVF is one of the best in class that you'll find.
And just for comparison as well, we've got the D850 here with us, so it's quite nice just to see the two side by side. A huge size difference between the two in terms of form factor. The D850 here's got the 24-70 on, and we've got the 24-70 there on the Z7, and just the weight difference as well. It's quite a difference, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. What we're not saying is that the new series is going to totally take over from DSLR. Both systems will carry on alongside each other, but as you can see, there's a definite size and weight gain advantage to the new system. And of course, with that new mount as well and the new lenses, we can deliver better image quality.
Another benefit of the mirrorless system, of course, is that you can shoot silently.
Yeah, so even though the camera has a very capable mechanical shutter and it'll shoot up to 12 frames a second with the Z6, for times when you want to be totally silent, you can switch it into silent photography mode, and then there is no noise at all. So places like weddings or intimate moments, sporting events and things like that, theatres where you cannot have any sound, you can do this with the camera, no problem at all.
The Nikon D850 was an incredible camera from its build quality. It managed to survive anything that was almost thrown at it. Tell us a little bit about the build quality of the Z7 and Z6.
Well, you'll be pleased to know it's exactly the same. So we've made the build quality to the same high level as the D850. So this is going to survive all the rain and the knocks that the D850 did, no problem at all.
So with regard to pricing and availability, Tim, can you tell us about the pricing of the Z7 and the pricing of the Z6?
So Z7 will be £3,399 in the market, and the Z6, the RRP, will be £2,099.
And also the 24-70 and the mount adapter as well. There's going to be some offers with those.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you buy the 24-70 within a kit, you're only going to pay an extra £600 for that. And it's the same with the FTZ mount adapter. If you buy it within a kit, it's only another £100 extra. So we see that as a really good value for those Nikon customers who are looking to upgrade.
Just to touch on availability, when can we see them and when might we expect to see a review sample?
Z7 will be for sale at the end of September, and the Z6 will be the end of November, and we're going to get them review samples out as soon as we can. Yeah.
Fantastic, Tim. Thank you very much. So there we go, a massive day for Nikon with the launch of the brand new full-frame mirrorless Z7 and also the Z6. Make sure you check back to Amateur Photographer for much more about these brand new, fantastic releases.